All right, guys, episode 43 of the podcast with Mark, the homie, the creator of Kremlin the Frog. And it was cool hearing the origin story of Kremlin and just his transition from going to music to the process of creating Kremlin. And it was really interesting to hear about, and hopefully you guys enjoyed as well. And I'll see you on the next one. Peace!
You ever record an episode and the whole audio is just fucked completely?
That's happened a few times, bro, and like it bums me out, man. But like I just know through time, like each episode will get better. So
yeah,
I'm not really worried about it,
bro. I would hate that. There's been times where like I recorded like so much music. You can hear me, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. There's been times where like I recorded like a whole like verse, and I'm like, oh, I got that off, and then it's like you listen to it, and it's like the GarageBand's just not processing. So stupid.
Oh, is it like latency, or is it like it just didn't catch the audio?
I don't know, bro. Like when I would record, it was stupid. Like I think my laptop is just it's so old to a point where it was like there was so many things running on it, like a beat playing, and then like the microphone, and then it just would go and then I don't know.
Oh,
it was
that's
just
whack.
dumb. Like it would just lag. It was whack.
So you've been like you're really into music. How long have you been making music for?
I started making music with Andy, right? Andy, Raji, all my friends,
Yeah.
right? We started making music like around 15, 16, just kind of like being dumb. That's when we had Lost Minds, and bro, it was so funny. We used to make stupid songs like I don't even want to get into it, but like
Sus bars.
Yeah, sus bars for sure. Yeah. I think like around like 15 or 16 is like when we started making music and we're like really getting into it. And then for a while we stopped because we kind of like when we got later into high school, we started doing our own thing. So it's like when I got to 17 is when I got into it by myself. And I really got into poetry at the time too. And that was like kind of like an outlet for me to, because I really still wanted to make music. I feel like I was always the one pushing like to make music and like rap, because I wanted to just get these like just vent, I guess.
That was your outlet, pretty much.
Yeah. In high school, like I think all I would ever do is like just write poetry, draw. Like that's what I wanted to do to like express myself. So my friends weren't doing it. That's when I got into it and made that whole like album, which I don't know if you've heard, but
I don't think. Did you play it in Yosemite? Did you play any like?
No, we were.
Because I remember we were just freestyling.
I remember freestyling in the car, but now I played a bunch of more sussy songs that we had made like at the time, and you were like, "Oh, this goes in." It was like, "I love you know."
Oh,
I don't want to say it right now, but like on air, but bro, yeah, like, yeah, it was a lot of sussy songs for sure.
Yeah, hell yeah. For me also, when I started, it was like 7th or 8th grade, so I don't know how old I was. Probably like what, 12, 13, 14, around there.
That's a long time.
We like had a Razr cell phone. And then we like played beats like on YouTube, and then like me and my homie David would just freestyle off of that beat.
Wow, bro. So you would download the MP3 onto or no, you'd play it off YouTube.
Yeah, we played off YouTube, so the speakers are playing, and then like we get a Razr cell phone, just fucking sit it on the table and just like
Dude, those
freestyle.
were the shit back then, bro. I remember like that. You could flip those, right? Is that the one that you could like? No,
that's the Sidekick. Yeah.
Razr. I think my mom.
It was
had
like
one
a square flip phone. It was like Motorola.
Damn, and you would play YouTube on that thing?
No. Like on my computer, like family computer.
Yeah.
Play it on there, and then we'd have like the recording on the Razr.
I see what you're saying, and that audio probably sounded it's like that, like you know what I'm talking about, like that shitty like
vintage,
bro. But there's like a feel to like that audio that's just so nostalgic, like you know, like that shitty quality, but it's like those ringtones. It's like, bro, like. I miss those times, dude, when MP3 sounded like shit, but like you had all like these songs like on your phone. It was like MP3 file or whatever. You had to like download them off your computer like onto your phone, and like they probably sounded like shit. And then
shout out to LimeWire one time.
Bro, I never had that.
No,
I never had that. No, I heard they got into a crazy lawsuit though for like gazillion dollars or something like that.
Jesus, bro.
But so that's a trip. So you started when you were in 8th grade, you said? It was like when you were 14, 13 years old, something like that?
Yeah, it was around that time. And then it was funny. It was just like random freestyles. Like we would talk about what happened at school.
Yeah.
We would just like we would freaking cap on people and shit.
Yeah, that's probably like the funniest shit though at the time, because it's like when you rap about what you're really doing, it's like makes it, and you're with your friends, it makes it that much more fun. You're like like when you rap about like, oh, this teacher said this to me, and you rhyme it with something. It's like the funniest thing ever, bro.
It is, bro.
Those are the best though. That's like the best. So when do you really get into like producing for yourself and kind of taking it more like seriously, I guess you can say, other than just like freestyling?
Dude, okay, so I wouldn't say seriously until like the COVID happened around was it 2019, 2018,
End of 2019,
end of
2020.
2019 to 2020.
Uh-huh.
That's when I started taking it serious. But producing wise, I started like 15. I downloaded FL Studio. Just started making random like electronic beats, like house beats and shit.
Oh, okay. That's
I
it.
still
So you
have them on
started with
SoundCloud,
the
dude. Yeah.
That's what you started with, yeah.
I mean, fuck, dude. Like, let's play some.
Yeah, let's hear it. Let's hear it.
All right. So if anybody wants to see, oh shit. Oh wait, we can do that. Technical difficulties.
That's really cool.
Hey. All right. So if anyone wants to see, go to SoundCloud. I might have to. Oh, that was a pic when we were at Yosemite too.
You played these when we were in Yosemite?
No, this pic.
Oh yeah, that's right, dude. I was literally shitting my pants at the top, bro. I was so tired, and it's funny because like I haven't worked out in like well, I mean I worked out here and there, but like I don't work out. So when we were at the end of that hike, dude, I was so fucking done. I was tired.
Oh, dude, we wanted to keep going too. Huh?
Yeah, bro. I was like, nah, I'm trying to get back to camp because I cannot do it, bro. There's absolutely no way. I think my legs would have give out on me at that point.
Okay, so 8 years ago. So that's like.
Why Dexter? I'm just curious.
It was just a random picture that I saw. And dude, Dexter's Laboratory. I grew up watching him.
Yeah.
This is like just random shit.
So these are like your first beats that you were making then?
Yeah, this is like.
Well, it's actually.
These are like first beats that I was making.
Okay, I'll let it play. I want to listen to it. Oh, this is interesting.
This is it.
Oh, those drums are hitting really good.
They are. Okay, there's that.
Oh yeah.
Oh. Can they hear this? I don't think they can hear it, but fuck it.
Well, did you take inspiration from like Tyler the Creator at the time? Because those synths, like it's just so funny because he has like a certain sound, right? So like I feel like when he got into like making, becoming more mainstream and people like found that sound, it's like he has like this sound of like just really like nice drums and like synths. Just really nice. Like I don't know how he explains it. I don't really know musically like the technical term, but the synth, like it's always like nice, really nice synths over like just crazy drums, like drum patterns.
Yeah.
Which that's what caught my ear at the time. Like when I would listen to him, in like 7th grade. It was this like I like the way the synth sounded, and for some reason I've always gravitated towards like that note, like that sound specific.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's
like
cool, bro. Those beats are dope.
Thank you, bro. Yeah, that was like first beats. But yeah, those in fact that drum pattern, the first beat that I played, it was inspired by Tyler because it was just like so aggressive and I don't know, just a dope ass. I love drums, dude. I love drums.
Yeah, me too. And you made those drums yourself? You did that pattern yourself, or was that like a loop? Or
it was in MIDI. Yeah, I made those myself, but it was in FL.
Oh, that sounded really good. And those are your first beats, right? Correct. That's your
like, if not first beats, then like a year after that or something like that.
And it's a trip too because I was telling you how much I like your production on your album. And it's like even back then you could hear like how you're putting together, because not everyone could do that. You can't. I think a lot of people don't realize how hard it is to make a beat, like to have a constant like to it, and then be able to add the chords in there, the synths in there. Like I couldn't do it. I tried self-producing for a little bit, and it is just like fucking a nightmare for me.
Oh, okay.
It's hard for me.
Try in like GarageBand or something. Like when?
Yeah, it was GarageBand, and a part of that too is when I was telling you how my audio kept fucking up. For some reason, the same thing would happen when I would record something. It wouldn't sound the same. It would be kind of like lagging. I'm like, bro, like I paid for this MacBook, and like the fucking latency is just terrible on it.
Oh, so it was the latency that like kind of fucked it up too, huh?
Yeah, and I took that as a sign. It's just like, maybe I shouldn't produce. Maybe I just shouldn't, like maybe this isn't my thing.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
just took my out like a man, and I was just like, all right, it's not my thing anymore, I guess. It was just one day I just was like, nah, can't do it.
The one thing I love about producing is like you can really just get out like a sound that you want. You can really make people feel something, and like that's something that I would love to do, is just make people feel something, whether it's like being sad or like angry or like.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
And me even listening to your beats on your album made me feel that way, because I wanted to rap to them. So it's like when you make something that makes other people want to rap to it, it's like,
oh shit,
you made a good beat. Like those beats from 8 years ago, right? I wanted to just start rapping right now, because it's like, it's catchy. You got that. I feel like you have that down, like where you are able to make a beat that makes sense, I guess. Like it sounds good, it has rhythm, it flows.
Oh, okay.
So I really like your production, like on that, like that end. It's really dope.
Hell yeah, man. And then so rapping. So you stopped, or are you still fucking around?
Yeah. Well, okay. So this is a trip. It's like a long story, but
all right,
I mean,
let's get into it. We got time.
Right? Okay, so
today I got time.
So Kremlin the Frog, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I made that thing, and we can get into it after this story. So basically, what happened was I had Kremlin, and I was trying to make music on the side. So me shifting my focus towards music at the time, because I felt like, okay, I'm getting a little bit older, maybe I'm running out of time in a sense.
When was this?
This was, I got into, okay, so I believe it was the end of September. I think it was September 28th specifically. This is when I had, like, this all happened, right?
2018.
No. Sorry, September 28th, like 3 months ago. This is when, like,
oh,
I finally was just like, yeah.
All right.
So what happened was I was gonna shoot a music video for this song that I had made, right, on my laptop.
Hit me up, I think.
I did hit you up for that. I was hitting up multiple people, because I was like, in case Branden's not available, I have other options.
Yeah.
So, I had Kremlin going on at the time, but I wasn't really putting all my focus towards it. So then what happened was I started shifting my focus towards music and really wanted to like push the envelope, because I'm like, I really feel like I can do this. Like, I feel like my mind can take me somewhere like with this or whatever.
Yeah.
So, bro, I'm getting ready to like record more songs, and my laptop just completely fucking dies on me. Like a fuse just gets blown out. I'm like, what? Like, what? I can't turn it on. It's not turning on for me, right? So I'm like, okay, take it to the Apple store. Oh yeah, it's gonna cost like a shitty amount to fix it. So I'm like, well, I don't have the money at the time, so I'm like, I don't see this. And my laptop I paid $1,000 for it, so it's 7 years old at this point. So I'm like,
yeah,
I might as well just buy a whole new laptop, right?
Yeah.
Meanwhile, I'm conflicted as to making the plushies that I just made.
Hey, let's
show
them.
Is it on camera? Oh, look at this.
This one.
Kremlin the Frog on Instagram. If you guys are interested.
This camera right here.
Oh, this one? Right here. Kremlin the Frog. It's a happy little dude. If you want your own, hit me up on Instagram. Only $20. Here, I'll throw it back to you.
You see it?
So then my laptop breaks, and I'm going back. I don't have money at the time. I'm kind of like broke. I'm like just paying my bills, just getting by. And meanwhile, like I was, like I said, I was posting Kremlin on the side kind of inconsistently, not where I wanted to be with it, because my focus was in music. So the laptop breaks. Okay, whatever. Trying to figure out the situation. I'm coming back from a road trip that I go on, and I get into a fucking car accident.
Shit.
Get rear-ended, my car is totaled. So now I don't have a laptop. I don't have a car to get around anywhere. And I'm just sitting in my room, like injured, my back's fucked up, just thinking about what I want to do, right? So in that instance of that car accident is when I realized, like, I don't think I want to, like, if I were to die in that moment, I wouldn't be happy knowing that I was trying to push music that, like, I feel like a lot of my music came off as like negative a little bit, and I didn't like that. So like I had that realization when I thought, I was like, fuck, I could have died in this car accident, that I was like, I need to do something more like positive, more uplifting, more inspiring, I guess, in a way, because I don't know, like it was just weird how it clicked to me that music wasn't, when it wasn't working out, like I'm gonna just be real, like I'm not selling out tours, I'm not putting on shows, or I'm not putting in the work hard enough to where it's like I feel like I really wanted to do it. So when I had that realization, I'm like, like fuck everything. I'm just gonna put all the chips on Kremlin the Frog, and like this is it. Like this is my thing. I want to have a cartoon on Disney Channel. Have I want to have the entire world have my plushies, like not limited to just kids or like older adults or like seniors. You know, it's like I want everybody to feel inspired by something that I feel is positive. And like if I were to die today, I'd be happy knowing that I tried my best to help other people in a sense.
Yeah.
So like in that moment of like the car accident, which was September 28th or August, I don't know if it was September 20th or August 28th, but that's when I officially threw in the towel for like, I was like, nope, I'm done making music.
Oh, okay.
That's exactly how I gave it up.
Dang. All right. So, I mean, so the frog, like Kremlin the Frog,
Yes.
when did you like initially have the idea?
Okay, so that's another story. So
Yeah.
me and my girl, right, we went to, it was just so random. We were like, we had season passes to Six Flags one day, right? And we're
Yeah.
like, fuck it, let's just go. Like, we don't have to buy the rides, just go play arcade games or whatever. So we rode Six Flags, playing the arcade games. I see this little frog plushie, right? Doesn't look like that, but it has a silliness to it. Whereas like I like the way it makes me feel. Like it's just a silly little frog, you know?
Yeah.
So that's what started it. And like we and her always joke. His name was Artemis. We named him Artemis, right? So we would always joke around and be like, oh, like that's my son, Artemis, yada yada yada. And like I always just felt like this sense of like silliness to him or like positivity. And it's a stuffed animal, and it's just so funny how like this little thing could make me feel like it could have an impact on me, right?
Yeah.
So later
Like,
down
it's
the
just that
line,
feeling that you had, like you wanted to try and like uh, show other people that feeling that you had as well, kind of, right?
yeah, like that
Yeah.
silliness to it,
Yeah,
or
yeah,
like that, like, oh look, I have a little fucking frog, like this is so cool. And I love frogs. Like my grandpa put me onto that. Like frogs are just like they're just so funny to me. Like I don't know, I've always loved them. So it's like I took that. It was one day. I don't remember exactly how it came about, but I know that I had noticed, and not a lot of people are pushing for like mental health on like cartoons and stuff. And like
Oh shit.
it was kind of like a wake up call where it's like, how can I get like my feeling that I feel like people want to be included, like whether you're black, Asian, Mexican, like it doesn't matter what you look like. You could do anything like whatever the fuck you want to.
Yeah.
It's like, how can I convey that message to the world? Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
So what happened was is I remember the frog, and I'm like, dude, this is so cool. Like maybe I should just make like a frog cartoon character. And I was like running through names and everything, and then like I kind of put it to the side, right? So then I go on, like I go on a Target date with my girlfriend, right? We just walk around,
Yeah.
and there's an iPad. So then I walk up to the iPad, I'm like, let me just make like let me just draw something, like
Yeah.
whatever. Cause I've seen people. I used to have TikTok, and like I used to watch people like draw and Procreate.
Oh, okay.
So I go to Target and I draw like a little frog looking character, which looks different to him, but that's essentially what started. I was like, dude, maybe I could just do this on my iPhone. So then I go home and download the app. I'm drawing a bunch of different designs until I just said, fuck it, like I'm gonna make this circular design, like simple as possible, because I love simplicity in designs. So that's how he came about. Like it's just like I was trying different things, like raised eyes and like different, like I don't know, a bunch of like long tongues and stuff like that, until I was just like, I'm just gonna make him a circle.
Hey.
And that's like the story of like his design, like how he came about, basically.
Dang. So okay, so there's a whole bunch I want to ask. So like,
Yeah.
so prior to that, were you drawing like before that, or did you have like, were you into art drawing or?
Yeah, so remember I told you in high school, like all I would do is just write, and I would just draw like on the side, like I'd be taking notes and then just drawing a bunch of shit. So like for a long time I had made clothes. Like it's so weird, like it's just so many layers to the story. So it's like
Yeah.
I used to make clothes and I used to draw all the time. So I was drawing my own character. I've always wanted to like make like a cartoon character, like a part of a brand or something. So like yeah, I was drawing before, like a lot actually. But it was more like little like dumb like doodles and stuff like that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And then also, like, I mean, just from hearing your like what you're saying about the origins of Kremlin,
Yeah.
it makes sense that like you like through music, like that was your outlet, and then after that, Kremlin is your outlet. Like you have a message that you want to get out, and it's just, I think it's fucking super dope that it's also positive too.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
And it's weird because I've always described that to people, like where when I was little, when I was like in 3rd grade, I would write these comics about these little popcorn characters, right? Like you can make anything out of like it's just funny how you can make, like, if you give something a face, it automatically has a personality. So like I could make this story. I used to make these stories about 2 popcorn, like literally just things of popcorn that would be like secret agents and go on like missions and like have like a butter gun and like soak somebody like a giant popcorn bag. I don't know, something like that, right? So that's kind of how it started. So like I feel like through my different avenues of creativity, I found my groove in a little bit. So it's like, okay, I drew comics when I was little. I like writing stories. I loved English. So then, and then I go fast forward to I started making clothes. I like drawing. I like having a brand. I like taking pictures of stuff. I like having a message, kind of getting like a message across. And then rapping, which is storytelling, and it's all, it's all storytelling. It's all the art of it. And it all just came together like in this thing that I genuinely enjoy doing now. Like I don't wake up in the morning like, oh, I have to make a song, I have to make a design. It's like, oh, I could draw something that'll make somebody feel better about themselves.
Yeah, it's like all of the skills that you built up prior to Kremlin. It's like you're using all of those into one package.
Exactly.
Like, yeah.
Exactly. Which I'm so thankful for failing in those moments, because it's like,
for sure, bro.
I wouldn't call them failures, but going out of my way to try things that I feel like I wanted to do led up to ultimately to that. It led up to Kremlin. So it's like, I guess it's just kind of a sense. It's like I never experienced firsthand what it's like to fail, and then like succeed or like find what you really want to do. Like, cause like you might have an idea, but it's like you don't really know until like you genuinely enjoy what you're doing.
Yeah. So like, something that I have tried doing for a long time is following like my inner voice, and just saying like, would this make me happy like long term? And even if like I had a job and like that job required to sacrifice more time for more money, I'm like, I'm not gonna sacrifice that for what I really want to be doing, which I like, honestly, I don't know. It's just like making podcasts, music, and like music videos, like all that shit is just fun to me, bro. And it's not really about the money. So I mean,
so how long, I'm just curious, because how long did it take for you to realize that you're not going to sacrifice the time, like I guess I wouldn't say being miserable, but spending, like, let's just say you have to work for a job, right? Like, like, okay. And you're like, I have to make ends meet, I have to pay bills, I have to make rent, like you obviously have bills, you have to pay for this space, you have to pay for insurance, I don't know, but like how, at what age or how long did it take for you to really realize like you're not gonna waste your time, basically you're not gonna spend your time like unwisely?
Man, I think it really happened at an early age, bro. I want to say like 12, 13, because I remember I was living at Camarillo at the time. Actually that's where I met Eddie, Jose, and Angel in like apartments, right?
Yeah. That's what they told me, that they met you and Nathan, that you guys basically grew up together, right?
We grew up together.
Dope.
So like it was around that time, my parents, like, they would fight a lot, dude, and that made me just like self contemplate, think about even my future. Like, I don't know, for some reason I just felt trapped, and I just thought like, what can I do? Like, because I mean, for them it's like they're fighting, so how can I avoid doing that? And it's always been this sort of like, what do I really want to do, in a sense.
And I'm sure seeing them fighting gave you like that impression of what you don't want to be, right? You don't want to be with somebody that you're going to be bickering with every day, or like you're not going to get along with. It's like, and that's not to say like I don't know like the details of like your parents' relationship, but but it just gave you that
sense of like being self-sufficient.
Yep.
And so like move on to like when I was 16, I got a job at Little Caesars, and that was like, hey, shout out Little Caesars,
shout out
bro.
Little Caesars, bro. Fire.
Fucking that was my first official job.
Mm-hmm.
And bro, having a manager, dude, having someone like to tell you what to do, that's something that I despise like with a passion.
It sucks. It sucks for sure. Because when you have someone like higher up than you and they're just like shitting on you, it's like, bro, like you work at you're a manager at Little Caesars. Like, it's not that
chill
serious.
Out, dog.
A lot of people take their job way too seriously, like and it's, I mean, I guess it could be a good thing, you know?
For sure.
Because I'm sure there's good managers out there, and I've yet to experience really like a great one.
Yeah.
But yeah, bro, like 100%, like that. I can imagine how like, yeah,
So it's always been a sort of thing where it's like, all right, so that person is probably like 40 years old, probably doesn't like their job, and
yeah,
I'm like 16 at the time, and I'm like, yo, I don't want to be that, bro.
yeah,
Like for sure, and just like have like, and then also recognizing like, yo, this is sort of a trap. It's like you get a job, you go to college, graduate. It's like a pretty much set up thing for people to like,
yeah, for sure.
you know, and like obviously there's good aspects of it too, where you know it's if it's something that you really want to do, then I think that's super dope. But for me, that was not the case.
That's not your life. That's
No.
not your. You don't want to work for Little Caesars for 13 years to be a manager. You want to be something more than that. And that's not to say like, if he wants to do that with his life, cool. Like
Yeah.
that's good for him. Like, you know, but
Sure.
you had a higher sense of purpose back then. You were like, this is not gonna be my life. I'm not gonna be stuck here for 16 more years. And
Yeah.
lost my train of thought. But yeah, I could imagine how working at a pizza joint for that long makes you kind of bitter in a way, and just shitting on people that are younger than you because they have more opportunities, right? So it's like, so did you quit that job?
I didn't. Well, I didn't quit. I ended up getting another job.
Oh, nice.
But one thing that I want to say is that like I do think that is really good for like young kids or like children to have a job that you don't like, because it teaches you like, you know, it teaches you like to look for things that you do like, honestly, because that job was probably the hardest job I've ever had.
As far
Fucking
as like mentally or like
mentally
or
and
just, like,
physically.
oh, okay, so you were working a lot then. You're working
Yeah.
hard. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think it's important too, like, cause some people can't ever get past that like realization where it's like, some people are okay with getting treated like doo doo, you know, like at their job. It's like some kids get that job and they feel like that's gonna pay their bills for the rest of their life, and they don't know any other way, maybe because they don't, I guess their parents didn't teach them, or like they don't care enough, or some people just like getting a check and paying their bills and that's it, and that's totally okay. But I think a lot of it has to do with like who you surround yourself with, for one, right?
Yeah.
Because if you have parents that don't show you like a better way, or they think like, get a job, stay in college, get an art degree that doesn't really pay you anything unless you're really going to do something with it, you know, it's like you're never going to realize that you're stuck in this box, and it's just, that's going to be your life.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And I think a big part of that has to do with who you surround yourself with.
For sure, dude. For sure. 100%. And also like, I don't know, I can speak for myself. It's like the quest for knowledge, or like the quest to be the better like version of myself than I was yesterday. You
Yeah.
know, like what can I learn now that'll help me work towards the future?
So I have a question. So like, that's so tight that you have that like mindset right now. Do you ever, I mean, I'm sure we all do, but do you ever get complacent in who you are as a person? Like you feel like you've reached like, I guess not that you get lazy, but you accept who you are, and that's kind of just what it is. Like you ever have your days where it's like, I don't feel like doing that, or like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, like I do have days like that, but I know it's kind of like a switch, you know. It's like you can think like that, or it's like you just like flip that switch, and you
Yeah.
know, you can either think negatively or positively in
Yeah.
a way. But
Yeah.
like I do get like, I'm not always 100% all the time. It's like ups and downs, you know.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Dude, and, bro.
What?
No, it's just like, because it took me a long time to do that, to be able to just flip that switch. And it took the car accident for me to be able to flip that switch. It was like that moment of like, oh shit, I could have died. Like, I need to be a better person at this point in time. And it sucks that it took that long, but I'm better. I guess better that it happened now than when I'm 50 years old.
Dude,
And it's
for
like
real.
way too late, you know? It's like
Yeah.
fuck.
Yeah, man. And like, I don't know, just seeing for me, like when I read the messages on there, it's like it does make me happy. I'm like, wow.
The Kremlin post,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
Is that what you're
yeah,
talking about?
yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
cool.
yeah.
See, that makes me happy, bro,
Yeah.
because I feel like if you're able to channel that energy, right? Because you're already on a positive like wave right now, from what I could tell.
Yeah.
So it's like, if you're able to even take more of that positive energy in and channel it and give it to somebody else, it's like, bro, like one person at a time, we're gonna be changing people's lives, and we may not even realize it. So it's like, let's just say you give it to, you take that energy, right? You give it to Eddie, right? And then Eddie gives it to somebody else, his cousin, like, and it just, I feel like it's just like this, like,
it's like snowball effect.
Snowball effect, yeah. It's kind of like where it's like it just keeps going and going and going. I feel like it's really important, even like on our worst days, to be able to just show love to people, or like, you know, just put that energy out there. And it's totally normal to like hurt and like be sad when you're not having the best day, but like you'd be surprised what like, oh, like I love what you're doing, I love what you're shooting, like I love your t-shirt, like will do to somebody's, like they'll be like, oh, that was fucking so cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And also it's like, I don't know, it's comes from within. And as cheesy as that sounds, it's like you have to recognize like the happiness within yourself first.
Mm-hmm.
and then I don't know, just like I think that's cool, just like believing in yourself, bro, believing in what you're doing, and then it kind of like rubs off on other people in a way.
It's like a spiderweb effect,
Yeah,
right? So it's like if I'm, oh, bro, like I want to talk. Shout out to Angel real quick.
Hey, shout out Angel.
My friend Angel just hit 10,000 followers, but it's like, okay,
let's go.
Let's go, bro, dude. But it's so cool because like it's a spiderweb effect, right? So me and Angel roughly started. He started his rug business the same time I started Kremlin, right? So it's like me being positive and like trying to not force myself, but being this person that's like you got this, bro, or like this is gonna happen, like manifesting it, bro. Like I told Angel 5-6 months ago that he's gonna have 10,000 followers before the year end, and look what happened, bro. He's at 11,000 right now.
That's
so it's fucking
like tight.
So when Angel's succeeding, for me, that's so fucking dope, right? It's like, this is what I'm about. This is what Kremlin's about. It's about letting other people know you can do whatever you want to. You set your mind to it, and it's like, then now Angel's having that business, right? Then that energy comes back to me, right? Like that inspiration of like, damn, like you could really do this. And then I'm sure like that energy will go to you, that energy will go to somebody else. And it's like,
for sure,
when you like put out positive energy, it's going to come back to you like times 10, I feel like.
Oh, for sure.
And it's going to go to your friends, and it's going to go to your family. It's going to go to people that you don't even know. Like you're going to be, you know, like,
yeah,
it's just really dope to, I guess, the quality of life that I'm living now compared to when I was 6 months ago prior to the accident. It's like, I could have never imagined that I'd be in this position of happiness, I guess.
Oh, shit, man.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, that's dope.
Yeah. Because when you have friends that are winning, you're winning, like your family's winning. And like, even if you're not winning, you're having a bad day, like, and you're able to bring them out of that space. It's like, just it's so gratifying. You know what I mean? Like
you'll have like this sense of support from other people, you know? And I think that's really cool. Like you said, like surrounding yourself with people that are supportive, that, you know, want to see you win.
Yeah.
It helps push you, and it helps push the other person. So it's like a symbiotic relationship, you know, like we're all fucking growing together.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm a big believer in too, like when people come together, like when you meet certain people, or like you get closer to people because of the wave that you're on. So like me and you, I feel like we're on the same wave. That's why we're talking right now. Like we're both trying to be somebody more than just like an average person. We're both trying to, we're not wasting our time like where we don't want to be. We're not, you know, like just, you know what I mean? Like, we're both kind of like on the same wave. And I feel like that's what I mean by like you are who you surround yourself with. So like me taking mad inspiration from this talk already, like what, 20 minutes in, 25, I don't even know how long we're in, but
33.
Damn, 33. That went by really fast.
Yeah.
Bro, like the amount of inspiration when I just walked in this room is like, this room has energy to it too. So it's
you know what, dude, you know what's fucking crazy, bro, is that like when people walk in here, like they say that, dude.
Yeah. And
it's like it just fucking blows my mind.
It feels like home.
Yeah. I mean,
it really feels like home.
So like that was like the kind of goal, is just like I really want to just be myself, bro. Like, you know, all this stuff on the table, it's like stuff that I'm really into, and like I don't know, it's just,
I know, I was peeping that. You have like the Raimi Spider-Man right here.
Yeah.
You got, I could tell you're really into Dragon Ball and stuff like that. Do you like other animes too, or no? That's about it.
For sure, Cowboy Bebop. Fucking
They just made that
Initial D.
They just made that into live action, right?
Yeah.
Initial D's the
racing one,
right?
Yeah.
I never watched it, but I played the game at golf and stuff.
They do have that.
They race like BMWs and shit like that, right?
Yeah, they do have that.
That's so cool. And I know there's like some rappers that take like
Xavier Wolf.
Yeah. He
Project X.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's pretty fire. Yeah.
Dude, it was one of my favorite like fucking albums, because like me and the homies, like Eddie, fucking Jacob, Robert, like we would be actually in the canyons, like living that life, and
Yeah.
it like felt like fucking, I don't know, it was a dope ass time where like we can really relate to a project.
Yeah. And then I'm sure like even now listening to that album, it brings
It's
back all those memories from like it just takes you back to a time, right? Like
it
when you were
does.
just like in the we said you were in the like what do you mean in the canyons? Like you were living in the canyons
Oh
or
no. So like when we say in the canyons, it's like well, initial D, the whole part of that is like toge, which is racing in the mountains.
okay. I have no knowledge of what initial D is. I just know that
Oh, okay.
like I know what it is at face value, not like details. So you have to explain to me. So toge is racing in the mountains.
Yeah, toge is like racing in the mountains, so it's
Uh-huh.
like 1v1 and you're going like uphill and downhill,
Uh-huh.
and it's like pretty much see who's the fastest.
Oh shit.
And like that's what we were doing over, it's called the Snake in Mulholland.
And it's just
And-
like a canyon you just drive up and down or what?
Yeah.
That's dope.
And like I had a 350Z, and we would just do runs like overnight and shit, like till 3 a.m., 4 a.m. and shit.
Damn, bro, you'd be going up this like knowing that you could probably fall off the side of the mountain, like just racing up and down.
Yeah,
That's scary, bro. I've never had the courage to be able to do that. That sounds super fun, though.
it is fun, but it's also like it's like a huge adrenaline rush, but it's like you're in control in a way. It's like you're in control and you're out of control at the same time. It's
350Z
like,
is a
holy
Nissan,
shit.
right?
Yeah.
It's like that one that looks like a spaceship, kind of. Looks kind
Yeah.
of has like that bubbly look to like the back of it.
yeah,
Those
like
are
a
really
little
nice cars.
hatchback and stuff.
Yeah, it's a nice ass car. So is Dragon Ball Z considered anime though? Do you know?
I think so. Like I want to say it is.
I feel like I've had this like question
Me
my
too.
whole entire life, and nobody's ever given me like a straight answer. Like, yes, it's anime. No, it's not anime.
I feel it, well. I mean, I want to say it originated in Japan. So like, I feel like anything that originated in Japan. I'm not an anime connoisseur, so I don't know.
Okay, all right.
But I would want to say it is like an anime.
You don't want to lean towards yes, but you don't know.
Yes.
Okay, all right. I'm gonna take that as yes. That it's just considered anime. But bro,
Sure, for sure.
it's weird too because I feel like even though I grew up watching Dragon Ball Z all the time, I don't have no recollection of like what I guess what it's about really. Like I don't remember. I used to watch it all the time, and I don't even know. I think I just liked the way they looked and when they fought and stuff.
Yeah.
But I don't even remember what it's about. It's like the whole point is to collect the Dragon Balls, right? Like that's it. There's like 8 of them, 7 of them.
Well, for me, when I liked watching Dragon Ball because I don't know the different people that he would fight, and like
Yeah.
he had to overcome like obstacles,
Yeah.
and just I don't know, seeing Goku just want to become a better person, like each and every day, like just getting better and better. Like I don't know, I really was drawn to that in a way.
So you picked up on that when you were younger then. You picked up on him trying to become a better person when he was
Yeah.
when you were what? When did it come out? How old were you when you were watching Dragon Ball?
Dude, fuck, like 7 or 6, like.
Oh wow. So did you really like sit there and like wow, he's like trying to be like I mean maybe not
I
thinking
don't-
about it like
it was like
that.
probably subconscious. Like I didn't like really
Yeah.
think about it like, yo, he's doing that, but like just seeing him, I don't know, just upgrade. Like he would go Super Saiyan 1 and then like Super Saiyan 2. I don't know. It's just
There was like I remember there was like a moment. The only thing I really remember is when he went to like he had to like heal or something, right? He was like stuck in like the like the
like
thing
a pod
the
or
tube,
something.
like the pot of like water.
Yeah,
right?
I forgot what that's called.
I don't know what it is, but I'm sure like as a kid you don't think of it as like oh he's trying to be a better person. You just think like oh Goku's gonna fuck somebody
Yeah,
up,
yeah,
like
yeah,
he's
yeah,
like
yeah.
healing right now. And it's like as you get older, you pick up on those messages like oh he's trying to become a better person. He's trying to do all this stuff, and it's such a trip.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
But so one thing that I like wanted to bring up was, so we were talking about energy rubbing off on other people.
Yeah.
And for me, I think that the school system either needs to be reformed or like somehow teach kids the stuff that I wanted to be taught. Like, I don't know, like, I don't think there's really talks about like mental health, right, in school.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, go ahead.
with Kremlin, it's like dope because if it was implemented into schools and shit, it would,
Yeah.
I don't know, like, and I know you have like visions and plans of that.
So I agree with you. I think schools don't teach you a lot of what you really need to be taught. Like school doesn't teach you how to have a good credit score, right? School doesn't teach you how to invest your money into things. School teaches you like things that are kind of like no disrespect, but it's kind of necessary. Like, it's like, why do I need to learn about something that I don't really care about? And yeah, that's actually one of the plans too. Is like, I think like school needs to have a lot of mental health classes, or teach people about, like, maybe this person isn't like, maybe they're just projecting like their sadness onto you, right? Like, if someone's being mean to you, or like they're just rude, it's like, not everyone that's rude to you really means it, I feel like, because some people just have terrible days, and some people are just like hating their life at the moment. So it's like, I feel like one of the visions that I have is to be able to, I mean, maybe not Kremlin itself, but like that's kind of like a tool for like, hug it when you feel like you're anxious, hug it when you feel like you need somebody. You know, like, that's like your, I guess, like your pillow, like a stuffed animal, you know, like when kids like want to hug it for comfort, or like even if you're like my age and like you're having like racing thoughts, right? Like, the design of it too, which is so dope to me, is like, he's green, he's like a neutral color, is very calming, right? And is squishy, bro. Like, he's like just a circular frog that's smiling at you, like, and that's kind of like the design of it too. So it's like, hopefully one day I can be able to sell those for a very affordable price to kids that go to like bookstore. Like, you know, like, you used to go to like
Scholastic,
the book fair.
Shout out to fucking Scholastic
Bro,
Book Fair.
yes. And like, the dream is to like, I don't really like overcharging for stuff. I like trying to make it as affordable as possible. So it's like, I don't want to be like, oh, like, you can't buy this. Like, you know how like shoes are like $300 or whatever. Like, I never liked that.
Yeah.
Never liked it. I still buy stuff that it's that expensive, but the dream is to just have everybody like be able to learn from him. If the schools aren't going to teach it, if Disney Channel's not really going to push it, if Cartoon Network, Nickelodeon's not really pushing it right now, like, the dream is to be able to show the world like, hey, like, it's okay to take a break. It's okay to just, you know, say no sometimes. Like, you don't have to say yes to everybody. You don't have to be held to these standards that everyone else is holding to. Like, live life on your own terms, you know?
Yeah.
And I agree with you. I think a lot of schools need to, like, the school system in general just needs to be reformed, like, altogether, because I feel like,
for sure,
I feel like there's just like a lot of unnecessary shit that we're learning about that's, you know, like,
I'd
rather learn how to have an 850 credit score, how to invest my money, what a trade school is. I didn't even know what a trade school was until I was 20 years old, 3 years out of high school.
Yeah.
It's like, they don't teach you those things, and I feel like it's a part of the system where they want you to be trapped, you know?
Yeah, I think the origins of school is to teach people how to work a 9-to-5 job. And it's like, you go in like to school 8, you get off at like 3. So it's like already preparing you for this.
Oh yeah.
For this system of work. And well, then there's that, but also with the Kremlin stuff, it's dope. Or like whatever you'd want to implement in those schools, it's like they can learn from that. They can learn from and then also we were talking about the energy spreading. So if they learn from Kremlin, it's like a whole, like a seed has been planted, bro, and like they can fucking spread that message as well. And I don't know, I think that's like, I already see it, you know?
That, well, for me, like, I appreciate that so much, like, that you even see a vision that sometimes I can't even see myself. Like, it's so dope that you said that, because like, I feel like I have these visions, right, of like a certain point, and it's like, okay, when I get to that point, I'm gonna go even further and have a bigger vision. But it's like, you, as I consider you my friend, it's like, you have this vision that's bigger than what I can even imagine right now. So like, I feel like when you tell me those things, now that's where I stand. It's like, oh, my friend sees like an even bigger thing than I see right now. So it's like that, like, alone, like, you telling me like I could see it happening like this, it's like, oh, maybe I didn't think about it that way. So like, that helps me out a lot, like, in the sense of like where I can take that now.
For sure. And it's like, also, bro, just fucking just dreaming, bro, and just real lifing that shit.
Yeah, for reals. And that's what he stands for, dude. Really, like, if I could, it's basically be whatever you want to be. Yeah, it doesn't matter who you look like. Like, at the end of the day, bro, we're all human beings. Like, at the end of the day, they're all frogs, right? Yeah. It's like, it doesn't matter. Like, you're not more special than anybody else. Like, just because I'm a pink frog, a green frog, white, yellow, brown, blue, like, you can be whatever you want to be. Yeah. And his story was supposed to be he existed in a human world, but at this point, I just make it like they're all frogs and like in their universe.
Oh shit.
Yeah, like,
so like they have, so oh, go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say, like, they have their own universe. So like Kremlin is in in one universe, and like you have different. You have the rare one and then the pink one, right?
Yeah, so what it was is at first I was gonna make him exist in a world of humans where people existed like like you know what I mean, and I just one day I was like, nah, I just make everyone in their world like frogs. Like everyone's just gonna be a frog at that point.
Oh, I
So
see.
think like
Yeah.
cars, right? Like how everyone's like a car, but they exist in the world. There's no humans in that world, right?
Yeah.
So it's like they're just all frogs.
Oh,
Red,
okay.
yellow, blue, green. They're all the same.
Oh shit, that's dope, bro.
Yeah.
Have you ever thought about going to? Have you ever been to Comic Con or anything like that? Anime expos?
Yeah, actually, I have a manager that I work with that draws, and she offered to go half on a booth at like at a expo, whether it was like Comic Con or one of the Comic Con, something like that.
Yeah.
And I'm actually probably gonna do that this year. Hopefully, if COVID like kind of dies down, there's no like they don't cancel anything. Yeah,
Yeah.
I think I'll do that by the end of this year.
Oh, for sure.
Gotta get that lined up for sure.
Cause I do like even for I do want to go over there and just connect with anime artists, bro. Cause um, also one of my goals is to if I can make a cartoon show as well and do the voice acting. I think that'd be fucking
Yeah,
tight.
that is dope, and
Yeah.
that's so dope. Do you have any ideas of like what you want to make?
Well, first off, like that's like more into the future, but starting like presently, I want to do music videos and stuff, like animated music videos. I think
Okay.
it's pretty cool.
Oh, nice. So you want to?
Yeah.
So do you want to have like I guess what style of art do you want to have? Is it like more like anime, more like simple, like cartoony, like Pixar, Disney, Nickelodeon type cartoon?
That's a really good question. I haven't really thought about that, but now, dude, you got my fucking gears turning.
Yeah. That's good.
Well, I had this idea of Super Mario, like that kind of like animation style, like Super Mario. Fuck, what's the? It's like the free roam game where you can like roam around and shit.
Like the more recent ones or like the older
Yeah, the more
ones?
recent ones.
Like Odyssey, like Super
Like
Mario
Odyssey, like
okay, nice.
like
Oh,
that
like
type of shit, and like
yeah.
I'm picturing like sun, like really warm colors and shit.
okay, nice.
Yeah,
Like
so
more golden, like kind of like
yeah,
warm, vibrant
yeah,
colors.
yeah.
Yeah, cool. That's dope.
But yeah, I don't know. It's just like I'm just spitballing right now.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah,
Well, that's a good idea. I think you should think more about it if you're really interested in it.
yeah, no, for sure. And even just like I don't know, just building relationships, bro. Because that's one thing, and just making connections. Because I think that's a big thing as well, man.
We were talking about that earlier, how important it is to just have like people that you know in certain spots, or like, because you can really like if you have good relationships with people, you're like the path to success is just going to be that much easier. You know, it's like
Yeah,
if I know someone that's like a t-shirt manufacturer and I'm not paying like $10 per t-shirt, I'm paying like $1 per t-shirt. It's like you're going to be able to push more product if you're able to have, you know, certain things like at a better price because you know people and like you have good relationships with them. It's like,
yeah,
bro, that's what life's all about, just having good relationships with people.
yeah, for sure. And it's like it feels genuine too, bro. It's not like it doesn't feel forced, and like that's so dope how like I don't know, it's just like people putting their best foot forward and like wanting to help other people out like with their passions too. It's like
Yeah, for sure.
I think that's fucking cool, man.
It is cool. And it's
Yeah.
especially cool when you guys are doing essentially the same thing. So like, for example, you want to get into animating, right?
Yeah.
I'm going to start working with animators this year. Best believe if you ask me a question, I'm going to answer all of them to the fullest of my extent. I'm not going to gatekeep you. I'm not going to say like, I'm like, oh, do your own research. Bro, like you helped me, like you allowed me to be on this podcast. So I would share that energy back with you, right? I'm
for sure.
I'm going to drop knowledge. I'll give you knowledge that I have about animation or like meeting people, or like giving you like the connections that I meet, because I know in your heart you're like a genuine person. You want to learn, you really want to put those ideas like out there. So it's like
Yeah.
that's what it's all about. So
It is, bro. It is.
so like if I never met you, bro, like you wouldn't, like, not that you wouldn't know what to do, but what I'm saying is like you have an easier access to learn about animation if need be.
Yeah.
Does that make
yeah.
sense?
No, for sure. And it's like like having those relationships, like
Yeah.
reaching out to I don't know, like having an animator, like you said, or a t-shirt press person, or
Yeah.
pretty much anything, bro. And I don't know. I think that's dope.
It is dope. And then, like I used to make clothes, and I literally used to work for a t-shirt like company.
I think Angel had told me that.
Yeah, and that's what allowed me to make so many clothes at like for a good price, because I used to work, it's kind of like under the table type thing. I used to work to like be able to make t-shirts. So like if I worked like 2 hours, I'd be able to make like 4 shirts, right?
Yeah.
Or if I worked like whatever, I had the option to take like just some cash on the side or make some t-shirts.
Yeah. Yeah.
So like that relationship, and then even then, if I didn't want to get paid in t-shirts, like I still got it at bare minimum price, like what it cost to make it.
Oh shit.
So
yeah,
I wasn't
yeah.
getting like taxed to make like t-shirts that cost like a little bit more and everything, and that's just because I had a good relationship like with the person that I worked with.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Damn, that was a good job.
And you know what, like, and me and the homie Blue talk about this, and like when someone like blows up and stuff, like we're all fucking going, dude. Like we're like anyone that was there from the start, it's like we're all like gonna rise up fucking together.
Exactly. It's like
Yeah.
spiderweb, bro. Once
Yeah.
someone goes up, it's like it's at that point it's self-sustaining, right?
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
like if this podcast blows up, right? Let's just say you have a million listeners regularly, which I could see happening because I just see it.
Dude, just that fucking thought, like I was like, holy fuck, like that's crazy.
It's
No,
gonna happen, bro.
no,
You
I
just gotta
know,
be
but-
ready for it. You gotta be ready for it.
No, for sure. And like, not to cut you off, I had this train of thought. It's like the work that we're doing now is preparing us for that moment.
100%.
Yeah.
It's like training. You're like practicing, bro.
Yeah, putting in that rep, putting in the
you're
reps.
applying that pressure. You're practicing. And it's like
Yeah.
you're gonna look back at these and be like, oh shit, like wow, I was really bad at it. But like at this time and moment, like I feel like you're pretty good at it. You know, like I feel like I fucking suck at talking into a microphone. I feel like I don't know how to really express myself like thoroughly to like an end point. I always like cut myself off and start a new thought. So it's like 2 years from now, 3 years from now, you're gonna look back at this episode and be like, oh wow, like I improved so much.
Yeah.
You know, and it's like you're gonna have
Same.
more listeners. You're gonna have people like, wow, that podcast is like really interesting. Like, and you're gonna catch more ears. And like, I'm just going on a tangent right now.
Oh no, for sure. And it's like and thinking for the long term too. It's not like I want results now. It's like, you know, even going to the gym, I wanted to fucking get lean like quick, but
Yeah.
it takes time. And once you like have it as a lifestyle and like a habit pretty much every day, it's like slow progress towards that goal that you want to reach towards.
Yeah, because it's honestly, dude, like that was the issue I had for a long time, was being able to with not putting up 100 likes all the time, or like being able to, even if you don't match like your highest like likes, you're still putting in the effort, you're putting in the time to get better at what you're doing. So it's like with you, like you said, you go to the gym, right? And it's like you wanted to get lean fast, so I'm sure there was a time and point where you were like, oh shit, like this is kind of annoying, like I'm not seeing results right away.
Yeah, like the first year, bro, like it took like 2.5 years to kind of notice results in a way.
Yeah, and it's all about just consistency and
bro.
how bad you want it, because if you don't want it bad enough, you're not gonna do it, like just plain and simple. If you don't want, if I didn't see myself being on Disney Channel in 5 years from now, I would not be posting drawings every single day, even if they fucking suck to somebody or like they don't look the best. It's all about just consistency
And you know, like that you're putting your best foot forward, bro.
Yeah.
And also, like I can relate to music. It's like first and foremost, if I like my music, then hopefully someone else will like my music. But I'm not doing it for other people. I'm really doing it like kind of like not. I don't think it sounds selfish, but I'm doing it for myself, bro.
It's not selfish.
Yeah.
You're putting your best foot forward into what you want to do creatively.
Yeah.
And I feed off that energy. So like when you promote your thing as much as you did, I was like, damn, this album's probably gonna be pretty fucking good. Like you believe in yourself.
Oh yeah,
right.
Yeah,
so if you don't
yeah.
believe in yourself, it's like other people are not gonna believe in you. If I was telling you like, yeah, that's my little like frog thing on the side, you'd be like, oh, this dude doesn't see like a vision for himself.
Yeah.
And for me, that's what made me love that album that you put out so much, is because you kept pushing it consistently. You kept talking about it, and I was like really intrigued. I was like, I want to fucking, like, he really cares about what he's doing.
Yeah.
So that made me love that album even more, knowing that you made the whole thing, you produced the whole thing. Shout out to Eddie for producing that one track.
Eddie.
And then like that's what sits well with me, is like I love that stuff.
Yeah.
Like I love that album, and it's I haven't even got the time to listen to your first one, but I'm sure it's just as good as the second one too. It's like you believe in yourself. You talked about it enough to where it had me intrigued, and I liked it. I loved it.
Yeah. and like you can tell, like if you listen to it, it's like the first project was, it was like experimenting, and you can tell it's kind of a little bit raw.
Yeah.
Raw in the sense of the production, like the sounds. It's not like as refined, but like the second project, I feel like it's more refined. It's more, I was able to storytell a little bit better.
Yeah.
Just you can see the progression.
You took what you learned from the first one and you refined it, and it's turned into this one. And I'm sure on your third one, if you make one, are you gonna make it?
Definitely. Yeah.
You have plans for a third one?
For sure.
I'm sure on your third one, you're gonna look back at Victory Over the Darkness. That was called.
Yeah.
You're gonna look back at it and be like, oh wow, like it was not as refined as I thought it would.
Yeah.
And you're gonna be even more in this spot where it's like you're gonna have an album that's even more like you, I guess you can say, like more like genuine to you, because you're finding like your groove in music, right?
Yeah, and like when I'm making stuff, I genuinely want to make stuff that I like, and that is a reflection of myself in a way.
Yeah.
Like acoustic sounds or like heavy bass sounds that was like influenced by XXX.
XXX Tentacion.
Tentacion, yeah.
That dude was a really good artist.
He was, man.
And I could hear that too. It's because not every track that I listen to, it doesn't sound the same. It doesn't sound like just rinse and repeat. It sounds different. So you have some songs that are like more like are like slower, like hip hop, but every song that you made on there literally felt so genuine to you, in a point where I was like, this is really good. Like this is really you. This is really Branden. I feel like,
yeah,
I never felt like I was listening to somebody that was trying to be somebody else.
Yeah. And you said that on the message too, and like even just hearing like what, like your feedback and stuff.
Yeah.
It helps me, bro, because it sort of like confirms that like, yo, this shit's like tight, bro, in a way, because I don't know, just hearing feedback is super dope. I love it.
Honest feedback though.
Honest
right?
feedback.
Because if I would have just sit there and be like, oh yeah, good album, you'd be like, oh, like that doesn't help. Like this isn't, you know. Yeah. I mean, I'm sure you'd be like, cool, he listened, but like, I'm sure you'd rather have like, okay, this sounded good. This is
what you can improve on, and
and it's not even necessarily improving. It's just more my opinion, I guess what I think is good, and what I think sounds better. But at the end of the day, I'm sure you got a lot of feedback, and now you're gonna be like, okay, cool. Like going into my next one, I got all this feedback.
Step into the booth,
bro. That damn. Bringing back memories right now.
That's hot in the booth right now.
Do you use these mics to record, these ones?
Yeah.
Okay, nice.
Yeah,
dude, I used to record on like a snowball, like a literally USB mic, and just like a silver like fucked up mic that was just like, man.
I'm bringing back memories too. Like I think it was a Guitar Hero mic, and then like,
oh shit,
I fucking jerry rig, like, I don't know if you know those CD-ROM things where like it has like a plastic
yeah, it has like they always had like crazy colors, right? It was like they had like you would like insert it into it.
Yeah.
I know what you're talking about. Yeah,
it was a case, so I used that case, the plastic piece, and then like fucking cut a hole in it, and then like put like some fucking pantyhose so it doesn't catch the pee, like the
the pop.
Yeah,
that's what this is, right? It's the pop filter.
Yeah. So like, bro, that was fucking ingenuity right there.
But see, that's how you know you wanted to do it, because you were literally putting together like home pieces to just record something.
Yeah.
So it's like, that's how you kind of know like when you really want to do something, is when you'll literally use anything to make what you want to get out there. So it's like, if I'm making Kremlin drawings, like I was using a fucked up stylus on my phone, like making these pictures like on my phone. So it's like, I feel like that's kind of how you know like what you really want to do, because like some people will think like you need the best equipment to make the best music, right? But that's not the case at all. I just recently bought an iPad to draw on, because I figured out like, oh, this is what I really want to do.
Yeah.
So it's like, that's kind of like a thing too, is like people think you need to have the best equipment right away to make the best stuff, because you're just buying the $1,000 stuff makes you tip top. For sure.
Like I remember Tyler, Creator, even said the songs that really blew up, like he said, like those were just the first drafts and stuff.
Yeah.
And it's like he probably made, I think he did make it on an old laptop. And like, I mean, I don't know, fucking Soulja Boy's song, what was it, the one that blew up?
Crank That.
He made that on FL Studio,
like
on a demo version.
Like it's just super simple, but it's like, if you have the drive for it, you're gonna figure out a way to do it. Like even Tyler's older stuff, like
I love that shit.
Yeah, it's so good
Yeah.
because it's so genuine. It's like, even though it doesn't sound like mixed, mastered, yada yada yada, it sounds dope as fuck. Like, it's just like, you could just tell he was him
Yeah,
at the
yeah,
time.
yeah.
He's
yeah,
always
yeah.
been him. But like, that's why I feel like a lot of people like were so drawn to it too, is because he didn't really care, I feel like, and he always just put out what he made, and that's what was cool to him at the time, whether it was mixed, mastered or not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like I want to get into Kremlin. So when you're drawing, so you started off on your phone?
It was on my phone. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it started from the iPad that I told you at Target, just
Yeah.
like fucking around.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
And then I just went home and downloaded the app. Yeah.
And then so it's on your phone. You're using a stylus. Did it evolve to like back to an iPad, or are you still drawing? What is it? What's the process like now?
So when I started, it was my phone, and it was so fucking annoying because I had this like rubber tip stylus, so it wasn't like an Apple pen where it was like super precise. It was just kind of like I had to guess sometimes to like make like the outlines. So my girl gave me like a bunch of different stylus, and that was the only one that had worked on my phone. So I'd be like zooming in to like just make little small details.
Oh shit.
And that stylus broke on me, and then I took that as, okay, time to upgrade. Like I'm very like religious, like I believe in God and stuff, so it's like,
Yeah.
I take a lot of things like differently. So it's like, car crashed, okay, almost died, realization, whatever, laptop broke, music's over.
Yeah.
So stylus broke, phone still works. It's like, oh, I think it's time for an upgrade now. So
Yeah.
I bought the iPad, got the Apple Pencil, and just made some sick ass drawings. Like, and it's so cool because it's like a giant piece of paper that you could constantly just erase with no problem. You could always change the background to it. Like, it's not really like set in stone. So it's like, when I just sit there and draw, I kind of just like, it's like rapping. Like, you're just freestyling off the top, and like when something cool comes to your mind, you might write it down and keep that idea. And I'm always just trying to push like a positive like message.
So do you have just drafts that you go back to and like be like, yo, I can probably use this, or or do you like when you create something, is it like, do you know what you're gonna use ahead of time, or is it just like when you freestyle?
Dude, honestly, like when I draw, bro, like there'll be times where I feel like I have an idea of what I want to make. So if it's like a Christmas post, I'll be like, okay, I'll draw like a Santa frog or something like that, right? Or like there'll be times where I just draw like random stuff and I just have no idea where it's gonna go, but I just feel like it'll be funny, or like it'll be like silly, or really cool colors. Like, it doesn't even have to be so serious, like you just gotta make like funny stuff.
You know what kind of made me laugh was that Christmas post that was posted where it was a dude with like a mustache, and I was
Santa
like,
frog, right?
Yeah.
Was it that one?
I think so.
Was he like walking in the snow kind of
No,
thing?
wait, I can pull it up.
Pull it up. Let's pull it up. I can't hear myself. Is that bad?
Oh no.
Yeah, I can't hear myself.
It's probably this.
Oh. Did I?
Now.
Hello. Yeah, I can now. Yeah.
Yeah, it's probably that. Yeah, I'll pull it up.
Was that me? I need to lose weight. Damn. I need to lose weight.
Oh, you Gucci. Oh shit.
Kremers. This is cool. I've never seen it like on a. Oh shit.
It was this one.
Oh, his dad.
Oh, so that's his dad.
That's his pops, yeah. And
okay,
you know what's
so
funny is I take a lot of inspiration from my family, so that like my grandpa looks like that.
Oh shit.
Yeah, so I take a lot of inspo from like my family and like just stuff that's happened to me kind of in the past too. So it's like I never had a house that's looked like that, but my grandpa for sure looks like that. And I'm like, oh, it'd be cool to just like give him like show like what his dad looks like.
Oh, okay.
And
what does that mug say on there?
Oh, I think it says like #1 dad or grand. I don't know. It says something funny on it, something dumb, but that's what I love too, is like small details on like drawings. It's like you're able to like when you make a cartoon, bro, like you're making your own universe. So
Yeah.
it's like it's so fun to just be able to make like something that's just so outlandish and like doesn't make sense, but like in that cartoon it does. So
yeah.
So like in our human whatever, like in our life, right? We have abuelita's hot cocoa, right? It's and our like Nesquik, it's like a bunny, right? That doesn't make like it. I don't know, like to me that doesn't make sense, like a bunny, chocolate milk, whatever.
Yeah.
So I like kind of took inspiration from that, and his favorite drink is Grandpa Frog's world famous like old-fashioned chalky milk. Like that's what it's called.
That's fucking tight.
But it's so fun because like when you make a cartoon, nothing has to make
yeah,
sense.
no limit. Yeah, no boundaries.
There's
bro.
no bound. I mean, like you got to keep it you got to keep it like PG, I guess. You can't, but like.
Yeah.
But like it's so fun to be able to add in stuff like that doesn't make any sense at all. Like
sure.
No sense. Like these are two frogs that live in a house. That does not make any sense like logically, right? But it's so funny because that's why I like drawing cartoons because it doesn't have to make sense. Like the thoughts you have don't have to make sense.
For sure, and it's like it's pretty much a canvas, bro, that you can just paint whatever you like. Like with I relate that to music where you have your DAW, which is like FL Logic. You can fucking make like pretty much any sound you want and just throw it together.
Yeah.
And
it just makes sense. It doesn't have to make sense.
Yeah.
But sometimes it works, right?
Yeah.
Like you'll have like the most crazy like sounds that probably don't make sense at the time. You tune them, tweak them a little bit, and it's like, oh wow, that sounds really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it was funny. When I saw, is it Grandpa Frog? You said.
Well, his dad's just I don't have a name for him.
Oh, okay.
Yet, but
all right.
That's his dad right there.
When I saw him, freaking, I thought he was Angel.
You thought he was Angel? Shout out Angel, like he's
yeah,
right there.
I know he's right
Double
there.
A Rugs is right there.
And then like when I saw that he commented, I was like, was that him?
Oh, shout out Angel, man. That's the homie.
Homie.
That's been the homie since like day one.
Day one, for real, bro.
That's cool, bro. So how do you get it to like the cameras to like automatically like shift? That's so dope.
Oh, it's this. It's all the work is being put through here.
Dude, the MPC or that thing.
It's
like a
Roland VR1 HD.
Oh,
It's
nice.
pretty much like a Focusrite, like a Scarlett.
Yeah.
But for video.
It sounds really good. The audio quality sounds really good.
Yeah.
But that's crazy. You gotta have like that's a mixer, right? Is that what they're called? I
Yeah.
forget what they're called.
Well, that's an interface.
Interface. That's what it's called.
So that's an audio interface. This is a video interface. So like the
Interesting.
cameras are connected to here, and then like it's cool because like you can do like different features. Like I can. Oh wait, actually it's not going through here, so I can't do that. But I can fucking do like split screen. So like.
Oh, that's really cool.
Shout
out Kremlin. I forgot I'm wearing this
Oh.
hoodie. Look at shout out. Was this camera here?
Yeah.
Shout out Kremlin.
Hey, wait, let's get a thumbnail real quick.
Thumbnail.
Hey.
All right, we gotta do something crazy. Wait, no, hold on.
Hey.
we could do a bunch. I don't mind. Whatever. I'll just do something crazy. Watch.
Hey, we got Kremlin in the back.
Yo, Kremlin.
See it? You know the vibes. Oh wait, hold on.
I'll just do something really just crazy. Just. This is really cool, Brandon. This is a dope setup, bro.
Thank you, bro.
I thoroughly feel comfortable talking because like if I didn't feel comfortable, I'd probably be like the whole time.
Oh yeah, like I mean I feel like that's the goal, is have like a conversation that like even if the cameras weren't on, it's like this is the stuff that I'd be genuinely be asking.
Yeah, and it's cool too because right when I came in, it just felt it just felt super welcoming. So it's like either you as a person present that energy or this place does, but either way, it's like I felt comfortable right away. I didn't have to feel like I had to be somebody I wasn't, or like you know what I mean.
Yeah, man. Also, I wanted to ask you about the book, bro.
Oh, the book, yeah,
Dude, the freaking book.
All right, that's actually coming in a.
Is that confidential?
No.
Oh,
so
shit.
I should have it in Barnes and Noble in the next like 2 or 3 months. I'm actually gonna have an event where we're selling the book. There's not gonna be a lot of them because I like to just see how I do first.
Yeah.
So like come February, March, I will have them in Barnes and Noble. That is a promise.
Let's go.
Barnes and Noble, Ventura is where they're gonna be at. I already spoke to the nice lady, and she said that it's cool. She loves it. And she wants to see it in the store. So
That's fucking lit, man.
there it is. And thank you for asking about that, by the way.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, I feel like not a lot of people know about it. Or like not a lot of people. Not that they don't care, but they just it's kind of like low key, and not a lot of people pay attention. So it's like.
Oh, okay. I wanted to kind of get a little bit in, or more in depth with the book. It's like, what was the process like, as far as design, as far as like reaching out to like people, as far as, did you have like a storyline that you wanted to make?
You know, it's not even like a storyline. It's kind of more a bunch of random like little things that you can read and take like it's not like a continuous story. So like there'll be a section of like 4 pages that says like, oh, not every day will be sunny and bright, but it's you have to learn to love the cold. And I think I said like, because even if you can't enjoy the warm sun, you could still build a snowman in the cold, right?
Yeah.
So it's about like perspective. It's like if you're having a like if you crash your car, right? If I got into a car accident, it's like the same thing. It's like just because like that moment of like sadness or like terribleness like happened doesn't mean like something better is even gonna happen, or I can make something out of it. So it'll be like 4 different like slides where it's like, oh well, like I don't care what they think about me, or like there'll be sections where you could write in the book and say like what you love about yourself, or what dreams you want to accomplish, or just to draw anything, just to get it off, like just to vent like by drawing or like writing words. And I think that's very important that people are able to write, like, because me personally, I like writing on everything. So when I see like a book, you know, kids like write in books and stuff, they just express themselves. They don't make no sense, but that's just what they do. Yeah. So it's like the book is cultivated to where you can understand it on a deeper level, and a 5-year-old could look at it and be like, oh, I could just draw on these pages, cool little frog like kind of thing.
Oh shit. Okay.
So there's like some complexity there, and then there's some simpleness there where it's like that's kind of who I'm like catering to, is like 1-year-olds and 90-year-olds, is like they both love it.
Oh, okay.
And anywhere in between.
Damn. So like that is cool, and like I said, with schools and stuff, if that book was in the schools and stuff and a little kid reads it and they can learn something from that, I think that's really cool.
I think, yeah, and I think that's the most important part, is like when you're a child, your personality is developing, right? So if you have this favorite character that's like, for me, mine was like SpongeBob, right? Always happy, but like never really talked about mental health kind of in a way, because like you can't always be happy, or like it wasn't as explicit. So it's like me, I just took that and kind of went like more explicit, more straight up with it, more focused, to where it's like, oh, he's talking about mental health. Like I don't have to give like a vague example of like, oh, this is what it's about, like, or this life lesson, like a cartoon, you know, like how cartoons have like at the end of the like episode, it's like, oh, there's like a message to it. But like I kind of don't like that vagueness in a way, and I'd rather just tell you straight up, like show you straight up, like, okay, like this person's having a bad day, maybe like it's not as deep as I think, or personal as I think.
Oh, so okay, yeah, that makes sense.
So if you could like teach a kid to be more positive or nice to other people, and like have boundaries where it's like, no, like it's okay to say no to people. You don't always have to like go along with stuff, or like you can be yourself no matter what, no matter how old you are. It's like it doesn't matter if you're short, tall, like skinny, big, like brown, white, yellow. It doesn't matter, you know. Like it's, you can do, like, my point is to just teach kids and anyone else is like, it's never too late to be who you want to be.
For sure, man. And fuck it the way you're going about it, like making books, plushes, and like and pins, bro. Pins are those shits were dope too, man.
I got them on my hat right now.
Yeah.
I should have brought you one.
Hey, I got some. They're over here.
Oh, that's right. You came by the thing, huh?
Yeah.
You came by the stand.
I got them right here, cuz.
Oh, you still got them in the packaging? Yeah, that's fire.
I want to keep them in there, dude.
That's fire.
Yeah.
Bro, and thank you for buying these, by the way.
Oh, dude, no worries, man.
I appreciate you. Like, I mean, no one really asks for this stuff, but it's like, you know, sometimes you have friends and they're like, oh, like, give me a discount or like whatever, you know, like you never asked for that, so I appreciate that.
Oh, no, dude.
And you pay in full price, and I almost charged you too much for it too. Dude, I
would have been cool. I would have been fucking cool, cuz I mean, that's just how I am. It's like, again, seeing someone fucking be so passionate about what they're doing, it's like I want to support that, bro. It's like,
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
I appreciate that, bro. And I was so out of it that day. Like, I was so tired to where it's like, that's why I was like, oh wait, I think it's like Farmer Bucks, dude. I was already out of it at that point. I was so tired. I didn't sleep that much, so it's like, I felt so bad after that. My girl was like, you can't do that. Like, you almost charging too much for, like, you know. I was like, oh, my bad.
You're good.
I feel bad when I do stuff like that though. Like I feel the need to like mend it somehow. It's like, oh, here's $5 off for like something. Even if it's like a small mistake, like I always want to make sure people that buy my stuff are completely satisfied, like no matter what.
Yeah. And dude, the like you said, the packaging on like what the way it's presented, bro. The way like these pins are presented,
Yeah.
the way the packaging and the jacket was presented, like it seems like more official, more legit, more like it seems like you care about it, and it shows. It shows.
Yeah, and I try to do that because I feel like the more, I guess like the better quality your stuff is, the more serious people are gonna take you. So if I just gave these pins out in a little plastic bag, you'd probably be like, okay, cool, like whatever. But like the fact that it comes with like a little card in the bag, comes with a thank you card, like you're gonna be like, oh, this is really cool. Like this seems like a real collectible. Like it's
It does.
something.
Like that's why they're still in the bag, because I want to like keep it like that.
Thanks, bro. I appreciate that. That's what I want to do is like, aside from having a cartoon and like being able to teach like people stuff, it's like I want to make collectibles too. I love collecting stuff. So it's like if I can make like stuff that's not as expensive, like a $5 pin or like whatever, and people are like, oh, this is collectible, it like kind of adds like a little bit of like value to like the show or like whatever, like oh I have my Kremlin merch and like it's sold out or whatever. Like it's just a matter of, and it's not about like how expensive it is, just like people you know what I'm saying.
Well, as a speaking as a fan, bro, like I wanted the Kremlin in my room because I think it's so fucking cool. Like him just being there, just chilling on the fucking couch.
He looks silly, right?
Yeah,
he looks
he
like
does.
just like a little happy frog, like just smiling back at you.
Yeah.
And that's his whole point. That's like the whole thing is like, it's just to make you feel like, oh shit, like that's a little Kremlin right there, bro. Like he's here, like he's there. I wish he could be like a real person, like Ted, like the movie Ted, bro.
Yeah.
That'd be so dope.
Hey, fucking animation, bro.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna push that this year. My goal is by my birthday, I want to have a set of NFTs that people go buy.
I was gonna bring that mention that as well.
I definitely want to make NFTs. Have you bought any? Like, are you into that stuff?
I'm like on the sidelines right now. I'm really looking at virtual real estate and stuff.
Is that like the meta world, the
Metaverse?
space?
Yeah.
What is that? I don't know what that is. Do you know about that stuff?
Well, very like vaguely. I'm not an expert. I've barely researched it, but from what I know is that the metaverse, it's. Have you seen Ready Player One?
Is it kind of like
essentially like that? It's like you go into this universe that's virtual, and Snoop Dogg bought a house in the metaverse of his own house.
So are we talking like the way I'm picturing it is you played the Wii, right? Have you played
a little bit? Yeah.
You remember how you can make like your own person kind of thing? So I'm assuming this is like that, like you exist. How do I put it? Like I'm thinking like Club Penguin, right? And you buy a house, and you own that spot.
Yes.
You own that spot.
Yes.
See, but like that stuff is kind of confusing to me because it's like, isn't there like an infinite amount of spots, or no? Like it's limited. Like I guess like the land that you could buy, like, or the houses that you could buy in like the metaverse.
Well, the thing is, like, I think there's different metaverses. So like you can go into a metaverse where it's, like, maybe I'm interpreting it wrong, but like a metaverse of GTA, for example, and like everyone exists in that world. So whoever's playing GTA is in that metaverse.
Yeah, but there's different lobbies, right? So it's like, is it the same concept?
Well, maybe there's only, I don't know, maybe there's only one lobby. You know what I'm saying? It's like,
is that what so that's what I'm saying.
I think that's the idea.
That's the idea of the metaverse, right? So it's like, okay, so if there's like a giant world, which is one in which people buy, so it's like GTA, right? There's like the nice part and there's like the poor part. So it's like you can buy this little section, like the poor part. I'm just like making a bad example. It's a really bad example, but what I'm saying is like Snoop Dogg paid probably a stupid amount for,
it was like $400,000 or something.
Dummy
like
amount,
that.
right?
Yeah.
So like he's probably gonna be living in like where the famous people are gonna buy their spots, right? But like us is like just, you know, right now we have like average cash flow, so it's like you're gonna buy just like kind of what we can afford right now, right? Or did you kind of buy like a big spot? I'm just curious.
Well, me?
Yeah. Or did you buy one, or
No, not yet. I'm just like sitting on the sidelines, just like, I don't know. I need to do more research for sure, but it's still early where the prices are still cheap. So it's
okay.
I think the person that bought the house next to Snoop Dogg, it was $400,000. So like I'm sure in the future like people will want that. So it's like it's gonna sell for even more.
But it's such a trip how like digital stuff can be like worth that much money, which to me is a trip. I mean, like I guess it's kind of like a new thing where it's like Because my logic is like, oh, I screenshot it and I have it too, but it's like that's not how it works. That's absolutely not how it works. But
Yeah.
How do I put it? It's just like it's a trip to me how virtual space can be worth that much money in like real life.
Yeah, it's like having the real Mona Lisa, the one that's, I don't know where it's at, in Italy or something like that. It's like having that like framed up, like, I don't know, just like to say that I have it. It's like, oh, I own this real. I mean, it's not real, but it's in like digital form. But it's like the only.
It's like owning an original artwork versus
Yes.
owning a print.
Yes.
Basically, right? Because
Yes.
if I screenshotted the Mona Lisa, I own a print.
Yeah.
I don't own the real thing. Like
Correct.
legally, I don't own it.
Correct.
It's not mine.
And then like through that process, it's like in the blockchain, like, and it shows like you're the owner of that specific digital
So
art.
if someone really wants it, they got to pay you for it. And it's just a matter of ownership, which is crazy.
And like how much value it is.
But even like alone, I feel like ever since the pandemic started, like collectibles in general have just gone way up. Like whatever it is, like Pokemon cards were insane for a little bit. Remember that? How like
Yep.
they came back? Even Funkos now, like the ones that you have right here, like I feel like people just buy them just to buy them. Like people just want to have collectible stuff.
Yeah.
It's like you're just kind of chilling inside most of the time. You rather enjoy your room, right? It's like that's I don't know. It's a trip. Like and then like even hats are hard to get now because like people are just collecting stuff, which to me is a trip. Because like come 2019, 2018, I never heard anybody caring about hats that much.
Dude, for real. Like there's been a hat.
Yeah, it's like a hat
market.
Yeah,
like
bro,
what's
like,
that one, Pro Image Sports or something like that?
Yeah, shout out to Pro Image Sports.
They
treat me nice.
Hey, hell yeah.
But yeah, bro, people line up like at 12 a.m. like
Damn.
to just buy a hat like the next day, which to me is cool. I like when people genuinely care about like, I love stuff like that when people are interested in it. But it's like, damn, like, how do I put it? Like, it's just a trip. How like,
I think it's like having physical items. Like for like everything is going digital, like music wise, and that's why I think vinyls are like kind of popping off too, or they've been popping off. But it's having this physical item because everything's moving towards digital stuff. I feel like.
Yeah, now you have like I think vinyls have gone like pretty big too recently because, like you said, everything's going digital. So it's like when you have an actual physical thing that exists, it's like you own this piece of art that this person made, or like that they really care to put in the time and work. So it's like, yeah, I don't know. I actually have like bro, I just pre-ordered an Aaliyah vinyl. Bro, it's one of my favorite artists like ever.
Hey.
It's kind of random, but like I just wanted to say that.
Oh, you pre-ordered?
Yeah, because I seen your Kid Cudi one. I just thought about the one that I pre-ordered, and I was
Let's
like,
go,
bro, Kid Cudi's so dope.
Dude, I bought that a year ago, and it like came last week, I think.
That's like a new thing too now. People are doing like pre-orders like for like a year in advance for stuff. It's like,
Yeah.
You think it's because of the shortage of everything, or you
That's
think
what
people
I'm
just
thinking.
like just selling stuff right away that people have it like on, and you know what I mean?
I
Like,
think it's the shortage.
you think it's the shortage of stuff?
Yeah.
Sorry,
No, you're good.
bro. Cause like that too. Like when the pandemic started, is like everything just started going on pre-order like months in advance, like 6 months in advance, and even then it still gets delayed, which is a trip to me. It's like you bought something 6 months ago, this money's been out, and you haven't got it yet, and like people are okay with that.
Yeah.
Which is a trip to me. Like I'm okay with it, but it's like I wonder why. Like I don't know. That's a trip.
Okay. Random tangent. Kind of going back to the metaverse.
Yeah.
So like, I had this idea, and I'm still working on it. But like, imagine being in the metaverse, and it's like me and you having this conversation, and then like people can tune in like physically in the metaverse, like just like sit around and just like listen to us talk. Like,
is it like can you walk around in the metaverse? Like so.
I think so.
Is it like a video game? Is what I'm kind of asking.
Pretty much like virtual reality, like the headset.
But it's on the computer. Like I'd have to log into my account.
I think so. Yeah.
So it's kind of like a Club Penguin in a way.
Pretty much.
That's
yeah.
what I think of. Like that's just what I'm taking at like face value. It's like it's this thing that exists, and it's one like giant universe that people can buy spaces and exist next to each other. So if I wanted to, if I'm a fan of Branden Dale, which I am, I'd buy a space next to you, and the benefits of buying a space next to you is to listen to your podcast.
Listen to the podcast. Whoever comes through to the spot, it's like
talk to you,
or like have some connections, or like you know, it's like. So
like you can say, so if I bought a spot next to Snoop Dogg, right? I could say, oh, I'm like I live next to him, I'm able to just talk to him whenever he logs in, or like I know Snoop Dogg or like whatever. It's like that.
Kinda,
Is that kind of what it is? Because like it's still, I know it's like really fresh and new, so it's kind of hard for us to understand. Well, hard for me to understand, anyways.
Yeah.
Like exactly what it is. So I just take it as that, as like if I bought a spot next to you, I guess I have the benefits of like Branden Dale. So like your podcast, I could buy your clothes first, or if you release like anything, like I know about it first.
Kinda, yeah. And like you can like even for NFTs, for Kremlin, it's like whoever buys this NFT will have access to future events, or like we'll have access to like future, I don't know, anything that you think of.
So if like if
I own this NFT,
if Branden owns a Kremlin NFT, right,
yes,
and I say anyone that owns these NFTs is able to come with me to events, or you can come like no problem, you can get free, like you get a free plushie like every month if you own this NFT.
Okay, and also like when it fucking blows up, that NFT is worth more because it's like there's more value to Kremlin because you know what I'm saying?
Like let's just say I release 5 of one NFT, right, and I sell them for like I don't know $50 each. Yeah. And let's just say like those are the only ones that exist, and the show, like let's just say I get a contract with Disney or something like that, which I pray to God hope happens really soon. Yeah. Those would go up in value because everyone wants one now. They're like, oh, this is like a digital that I own. Like, because people could say, like, people like being able to say, I own this. This is mine. Yes. So it's like, that's kind of how it works, right? It's like, it depends on because I have a friend that like really like dives into NFTs and stuff like that. And he tells me it's all community based. So if nobody cares about your thing, like the value is going to go down to like $0 basically. Yeah. So it's literally all community driven, right? Yeah. So if like Nike made an NFT, right? And they made one of them and only one person could buy it, and then they buy it and they have the first Nike NFT, it's going to be worth like a dummy amount because everyone loves Nike. Yep. Yeah. That's a trip, man.
It is a trip, but like
that is a trip.
I think that's where it's headed, bro.
That seems kind of cool though. I think I want to buy into. I for sure want to research, but it's like I just don't have the interest like right now. Like okay. Like I just not how do I put it?
It's like you have stuff that you're doing now. That's like, if you feel like
how do I put it? Like it's just not. I don't know how to like put this without like sounding like ignorant. I just not interested in spending my time researching about digital collectibles right now.
There's a lot that goes into
I'm sure there's a lot of money to make. I'm sure there's a lot of stuff you can benefits, but like right now I just feel like I don't have the drive to like learn about it.
No, for sure.
Which I'm probably gonna regret saying this in like 5 years from now, but like whatever, like it is what it is.
No, like I mean whenever the time's right. And also it's still very early, so I'm not sure.
Well, now it's probably the time to learn, right? Like when it's early, when it's not even like a real thing, but it's like I feel like with all things like tend to crash and like become like out of date. It's only cool. Like remember silly bands? Did you ever have silly bands? Like the things that were like shapes,
like the animals and stuff,
or like the Orbeez, like the water things that you throw in the water. Like
I don't think it's a fad.
You don't think so?
No,
you don't think so?
Because with Ethereum and stuff, like in the technology behind Ethereum, like the blockchain and stuff, and with Bitcoin. For like I was kind of early on, like I found Ethereum at like $50, and I'm kicking myself in the fucking ass right now because I didn't buy. I was gonna buy like $2,000 worth at like 50, and however much it is
bro,
now.
You probably would be like in the hundreds of thousands right now. Yeah, $2,000. Yeah, that sounds damn.
But
Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I was just like, what drives the price of like Bitcoin and Ethereum is like, what doesn't make sense to me? Like, is it just like community based too? So like, you know what I mean? Like, I never understood how people value a digital coin at $60,000.
Okay, well, I can try and explain it. So like the dollar that we're using. Yeah. Right now it's not backed by anything. It's not backed by gold, so it's based off of the belief in the dollar.
Okay, so
you know what I'm saying?
I always thought gold determined the value of the dollar. I always thought like gold and silver are like the only true like currencies, right? Like that's,
I think so, yeah.
Like that's what people you saw the flag
yeah.
I always thought the dollar was backed by gold and silver. I thought that's what kind of, I don't know how to explain it, but in simple terms, I always thought that's like,
I think that's how it was, but now it's not backed by gold. It's not backed by silver. So like if you want, like you'd have to buy gold in order to. I mean, I don't know how to explain it. Anyways, so with Bitcoin, I think it's based off of people's belief in Bitcoin as well, because there's a finite amount of Bitcoin that can be produced. So like it's sort of like a commodity, you would say.
So it's kind of, yeah. So it's like it's like the same thing. It's like it's what people think it's worth. Like we think the dollar is worth, I don't know, like it's just what
However
we believe
much
the
it
dollar
is,
is
yeah.
worth, right? So it's like the same people who own the whatever, how many Bitcoins there are out there in the world, believe that that's what it's worth. One of them.
Yeah.
Because there's not many of them, right? It's not. I'm sure it's like a thing where
it's a finite amount.
Yeah. There's like, let's just say 100 of them, and therefore there's not a lot of Bitcoin. So like people would determine it like worth that much in the dollar amount, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I mean, there's so much to learn, but it's like, so that then you see everything going digital. Like you see cash like not being accepted at some places. So it's like, then there's that, and then there's Ethereum, which Ethereum NFTs are running off of Ethereum's block, like I think it's smart contracts.
Yeah, smart contracts.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did hear about that. My friend definitely dropped some knowledge on me. Shout out Jake. Shout out to Jake.
Shout out to Jake.
Okay, so smart contracts. So you're saying that Ethereum is backed by this?
I think the whole system of like NFTs and blockchain is based off of Ethereum. So like, I don't know.
Blockchain's like a receipt, kind of, right? It's like a transaction record history.
Yeah,
okay, cool.
Yeah. And
damn. So do you think like eventually we're gonna get rid of cash altogether?
I honestly don't know.
Or do you think there's gonna be like one currency for like the whole world?
That's sort of like the conspiracy of like the whole world, one world government, one world currency, like everything's controlled, and that's where you get into the fucking sketchy ass territory, because
because like I feel like if there's supposed to be one currency, people are gonna be like, well, there's only gonna be one government, like kind of thing. And I don't really like dive too deep into that stuff, but it's like I think it's interesting how like that could be a thing one day. It's like, bro, like we can't. I guess like we shred paper and like we shred money, right, and reuse it. Is that how it works, or no? Like they just throw it away, or what?
Money?
Because like they get rid of they get rid of bills to reduce inflation, right? They literally shred bills, right?
I don't know too much about that.
You don't?
I'm speaking out of my my field of knowledge.
Well, anyways, I think it's interesting how like that could be a thing one day. Is like everyone just has the same like money, so it's like the dollar isn't worth like $1 anymore. Maybe they call it like, I don't know, Kremlin coin.
Hey, well, like you can make your own fucking coin.
You could, right?
Yeah.
But like that's kind of scary. I don't know. Like, see, like me, like I like taking risks, but those kind of risks just seem kind of like weird.
Yeah, I don't know too much about that either. But with the whole one world currency thing, it's I think that's a sketchy ass idea, because first of all, if you have one centralized group controlling money, and then you go to like you'll have this like credit system where social credit system, where if you jaywalk, then like your credit system will go down. It's like, oh, you can't access this train anymore. You can't fucking
Yeah, I see what you're saying. That is kind of sketchy.
Yeah,
it's kind of weird.
It is weird.
I don't think I like thinking about it.
Yeah, in China it's already implemented.
China is I know they're the ones that just had like that whole security thing, right? That they were protesting for a long time. It was like their privacy.
Yeah, I think that's the whole social credit system.
Oh wow,
thing.
So it's like you're monitored too, right? It's kind of like, I don't know too much about it. I'm just asking you if you know about it.
Yeah, I know a little bit about it. So it's like in China they have a social credit system, and then like cameras, like there's cameras set up pretty much everywhere, and like I said, you can get caught for jaywalking, and they can identify your face.
Oh, they have that.
Yeah, they can identify your face to tell who you are, and say like, yo, this person jaywalked, you're getting bumped down on the social credit system. And like some people can't even leave the country, bro.
Have you watched Black Mirror?
Yeah.
There's an episode where they literally have, it's like social media, and it's like you get rated on like, so let's just say we had a bad interaction right now. It's like social credit. So it's like, let's just say you had 4.5 stars, right?
Yeah.
And like I rated you like -5 and you go down to 4.
Yeah.
It's like your level in society. It's like if you have 2-3 stars, you're gonna be looked down upon. Like you're not a favorable person to keep around.
Yeah.
So that's what they have going on over there, kind of thing.
Yes.
Dude, watch that episode of Black Mirror, bro.
I'll watch. I'll check it out.
I don't know what it's called, but it's really good.
I'll check it out.
It's like in the first season, I think.
Oh shit.
That's a trip. So they have a thing where you can get caught for jaywalking and you can't leave the country.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if it's jaywalking, but stuff like that, or if like I don't know, like you were late to work, or like.
Dude, I heard they have like a system where like the trucks monitor your face, and if you're falling asleep, you get in trouble, or like if you're like going on your phone or like something like that, like you get in big trouble. Like the trucks literally have like a system where they read your face, scan your face.
Fuck, dude, and that's some Black Mirror type stuff.
Yeah, it is. But bro, like if you think about it, like it's not that far fetched. Like the things that I see in Black Mirror, like that I've watched, like they're not that far fetched.
No, some of it has come true.
A lot,
yeah.
A lot of it, yeah. And dude, honestly, bro, like you know how like we're like messing around with like AI and stuff right now.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm ready for that. Like I don't know if I'd want to become like part like cyborg if it was like offered to me. Like let's just say like Elon Musk is making a Neuralink, right?
Yeah.
To enhance like your thought processes and your brain and whatever. I don't know if I'd be down with that. I don't know if I'd be okay with getting chipped, because like you ever played Black Ops 3? Really random.
No. Like I played Black Ops 1 and 2, but 3 I didn't really play that much.
I think it might be 4. It might be Black Ops 4, where it's like these people they wear like these exoskeleton suits, and it's like they get a virus, and it's like, oh, their whole mind is just fucked at that point. So it's like, could you imagine?
It's not that far fetched.
I don't think so either. I think that people are gonna get shit. I'm this future. Watch this. I'm gonna
come back to this.
I'm gonna come back to this like 10 years from now. In 6.5 years, people are gonna start getting chipped. I'm just putting it out there.
Damn.
I predict.
Well, no, like now since this whole COVID situation, people in, I think it's somewhere in Switzerland or Europe, somewhere around there, they're getting chipped for COVID. It's like being vaccinated. No, like to say like you don't have COVID, or like it detects like if you have COVID or not.
I don't really want to talk too much about like COVID, because I feel like it's kind of, people take it politically.
Yeah.
What I will say is that I don't agree with like chipping people. I don't think that's.
Oh no.
Unless it's like a thing on your pinky, or like, and it's just like a thing that you could like use to like, I don't know, maybe it was like something dumb, but like I don't agree with like chipping people. I think that's kind of like we're not animals, you know, like.
Yeah, dude, that's sketch.
It is kind of sketchy, and like I don't know, man. Like I just think I miss life before COVID. That's all I'm gonna say. I miss life so much. I miss life. I miss 20. I don't like this virus. It sucks.
It does.
It sucks.
But
have you got it?
I did. Yeah.
Did you have a bad experience?
Actually, I was out for like 2 weeks, honestly.
Did you get the fever and everything?
I had a fever. I had like back pain. Like random, dude. Like lower back pain.
Yeah. Probably from laying down, right?
No,
Maybe?
I think it was from COVID.
Oh wow.
Like either it was like tight muscles. I don't know.
Yeah, it might be that.
Yeah.
What was like the hardest part for you? I guess if you don't want to talk about it, it's fine. But
no, like I'll talk about it.
When you had was it like, I'm just curious, like how was the isolation part for you? Like, did you care about it too much, or nah, it didn't really bother you?
For me, I don't think it really bothered me. But I mean, cause I'm always like trying to entertain myself, like whether it be like YouTube videos or
yeah. So
like for me, I don't think it was a bad issue, and I have this spot, so like where I can just create music or like. Yeah.
So, it ain't that bad. Honestly, having this spot's kind of nice. Like you have like your own little. Even if you were like sick, you have all this stuff like accessible to you. So it's like.
Yeah, for me, like I was I feel like in a good situation, but for some other people it might not be like that.
Bro, I got it, right?
You got it?
And the isolation part, like I love my room, but like bro, once you start getting better, it's like the worst fucking thing ever. It's like I don't know, I can't stay in my room. Like I feel like I'm trapped in a sense, like because I have a small room. Like I don't have a spot like that's just like wide open where it's like, okay, I got some space to like do some stuff.
Yeah.
The hardest part wasn't even like getting over the sickness. It was the isolation part. Like that was terrible.
Yeah.
That was the worst. Like, and I love interacting with people. So it's like I don't know, man. It just sucks. Like, and then it's like you can't go anywhere because like if you get somebody else sick, it's like then like, you know, who knows, like, regardless of like vaccination status, like, you'll feel like shit if you get someone else sick, right? That's never a good feeling. So it's like,
Yeah.
sucks, man. It's
I know,
terrible.
man. But I mean, like, to kind of bring it to like a more positive vibe, I feel like there's a lot of good stuff that came out of it. Like, you know, through like this isolation, everyone being inside, it allowed people to like sit back and be like, yo, what do I want to do? And like, I
Yeah.
feel like a lot of art came through that, or like a lot of like there's been a boom of music like in the 805.
Bro, there's so much talent in Oxnard.
Yeah,
It's
dude.
ridiculous. Like, you wouldn't think these people that make like music or art or t-shirts or whatever, it's like, bro, Oxnard is fucking
Dude,
dope. I love, and it's weird because I remember for a long time people would never claim Oxnard. They'd be like, oh, like they'd have Los Angeles in their bio, like they're cool or something. But it's like, bro, like, people don't realize like Oxnard is full of like artists and like dope ass people that are like willing to like, you know, like, and I don't even know half of them, which sucks because I wish I did. I wish I knew everybody, but it's like, bro, like, Anderson Paak comes from, or Oxnard, right?
Oxnard.
I know he
Oxnard.
I know he went to he went to something, he went to school in Ventura, I think. I don't know, I might be whatever, but bro, he's like one of the best artists out right now. Anderson Paak is crazy good. He just had a festival at
the fucking
Was that the college?
No, it was at the Performing Arts Center.
Bro, Quasimodo is from Oxnard. Like,
Yeah.
you know who that is, right?
Yeah,
Madlib.
yeah.
Like, bro, he's from Oxnard.
He's from Oxnard.
Like, there's, and then they had I never got into them, but they had the Loop Pack, right? And they're from Oxnard, right? They had like their own group.
Yeah.
But it's like, bro, like, and then Maudi Retro.
Yeah, Maudi
Los Retros.
Retros.
Bro, we knew him in like middle school.
Yeah.
He's so fucking talented. Like, there's so many good artists that come from Oxnard. I don't even think people like really understand that.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, man. Oxnard, dude. I wonder why it is Oxnard, dude. Like
what do you mean? Like, what do you?
As far as like just it being Oxnard, because it's probably there's so many people living here. I don't know, the diversity.
There's a lot of diversity.
Yeah.
But I think, I don't know, there's just a lot of, I've came across a lot of people that I would have never expected to have like a side hustle, like whether it's music, clothes, whatever. And dude, they're good at it. It's just, I feel like everyone's so like underrated.
Yeah.
Maybe we should have like a thing, like maybe we should make like a festival where like everyone just does their own thing, like they have like booths and stuff, or it's just like pure like t-shirts, Kremlin stuff, like plushies, podcast, radio, like music performers, you know?
Yeah.
Like, it's just like, bro, and I know some people kind of have like pride too, where it's like they don't want to support something they don't know, which is totally okay, because I'm like that too.
Yeah.
Like, I'll be like, well, I'm not really too familiar about it, or like I don't really know them like as a person, so it's kind of hard for me to like just be like, oh, you know?
Yeah, I'm like that too.
Yeah, I think everyone's selective with what they want to support and stuff like that, but I think I personally like, bro, I guess I'm just venting my love to like Oxnard right now, but it's like I genuinely have a love for the creatives like in this city, because I feel like it's hard to like, aside from dealing with life, like if you have that outlet to like be creative or draw or like whatever you're doing, it's hard, bro. It's hard to have a side hustle, like if you're like, if you have to pay rent or like you have to live on your own, and you're still like putting in that effort, that energy to like make music or make t-shirts, make designs, like it's hard, bro. I don't think people get that either.
Yeah. And I think that's what it is too. Like the grind here in Oxnard, it's hard. Like you said, it's hard. I don't know, the area is sometimes like, depending on where you live, it's not that good. So like it forces people to look for different outlets like that and stuff. Yeah,
and it's as far as like outlets go, like I feel like a lot of things just get like overlooked. There are people, it's just not promoted well enough. So like when you guys had that thing at like Fresh Mix, right? You guys performed there.
Yeah.
I would have never known about it. Like I didn't hear any type, like other than you guys promoting it, I would have never known. So it's shit. If you guys weren't pushing it, of course you guys are gonna promote it. But what I'm saying is, I feel like a lot of things that go down, like I didn't even know about Pack House, Anderson Paak's festival thing until like
same like
last minute, and it may be who I'm following and who I'm not, but it's like I feel like we need to take more pride in like what we do, like as far as advertising goes. So it's like, if they're gonna put you on a stage, like I would want to see like posters of it everywhere, like, oh, we're gonna have this like nice event and stuff like that, like.
Oh,
And that
okay,
might be a little bit like
yeah.
asking too much, because I know like budget and everything, like it's kind of hard.
Well, I mean, it makes sense because like you said, like if you'd want to see it, then there must be ways for that to get out there.
Yeah, and I didn't even know about Anderson .Paak's thing, and it's like, bro, like
That shit's tight.
yeah, it looked really cool. I wish I would have went to it, but I didn't even know about it until it was already sold out. So it was just
Same.
like, I just think like a better I guess better promotion of things, like more emphasis on our creatives, and like
there's a niche right there that's not being tapped into, and like if whoever's listening to this fucking tap into that, like be a promoter. I don't know. Like,
yeah, I think promoter. I think people. I think a lot of people in Oxnard would like for things to do, like other than sit at home and be on their phones if they're not doing anything. I think honestly, as like Ventura County as a whole, like I feel like it's pretty supportive if you tell them about it. So it's like,
yeah.
I feel like if we bring more attention to like what people are doing, and we put more emphasis and like put more attention to detail in it, I for sure think people would go. I would love to go to a festival full of creatives, like just not even me, like
That'd be
just
dope.
like, bro, like if you know how like they have like music festivals for like big artists.
Yeah.
Bro, if we rented out like the fairgrounds and like had a bunch of like artists just perform like all day just to like get their name out.
Yeah.
Do they have that? Like, do we do that?
Well, no, but like me and the homie had an idea sort of like that. We wanted to, me, homie, and Rafa, we're going to get a giant warehouse. A giant warehouse, but like a pretty decent sized warehouse.
Yeah.
And like host events like that. I don't know, like.
See, bro, that's dope. And that's because I feel like you have a love for just putting people on, like letting people like show their outlet or like what they're doing, and like that's why I feel like we need more of that. And I feel like it's like a matter of having an idea, but it's like, how do you act upon it? So it's like,
yeah.
Like everyone can have an idea, like, oh, we can do this, right? But it's like, how are you gonna, like, I guess go about it? Because, bro, like, I've been thinking about it lately. I feel like we're turning into like a mini like Los Angeles, like in a way. Like,
well, yeah, like people are moving out of the city, and like people are moving kind of towards more inland.
Yeah, and like all the apartments that they just built right there next to like across from In-N-Out and Oxnard.
Yeah.
Like, bro, that's so much housing, and like there's
is.
so much more traffic than what there used to be.
Yeah.
So it's like with all these people coming in, like why like we should be hosting events like that where it's like an all day thing where it's like booths and like people rapping or like playing their instruments, like whatever they want to do, it's just like let's all have fun, like let's just make like a culture type thing.
Yeah, let's tap in, because I know a few promoters or like manager, like there's Jeffy, which Jeffy is a fucking goat. He's a goat.
Shout out to Jeffy. He doesn't remember me, but he let me perform one time
when
I wasn't.
Jeffy? Okay.
Yeah, I don't know him, but like know him like that. But he did let me. If you're watching this, you let me perform one time when I wasn't even on the list, and I appreciate that very much. And I never got to say thank you for that because I got really sick after like the next day.
Oh.
But it was cool. Like, he was such a nice guy to me. He's like, yeah, like go ahead, like I'll give you a chance. I'd fucking suck at performing. I'm so awkward like on stages, but
yeah,
he let me do that, and I appreciate that.
Jeffy is a fucking goat.
You had him on here, right?
Yeah, I did.
I think I watched a little bit of it, and then I had to do something, but
yeah, he's a goat, man, because like he's one that pushes people to like do their own thing as well, and like he really wants to see people win in like the 805 area too, man. Like, and he's a goat.
Yeah,
sure.
He for sure. I can tell that by his character, by when I was talking to him. Like, I don't even know the dude. He doesn't know me. I don't know him, but it's like he still gave me that chance. Like, and he had no idea who the fuck I was. I was just like, okay, go up there. Oh yeah, sure, go ahead, cool. Like, and it's just a matter of like people like that. I feel like don't get enough like praise or like attention. It's like these people that are trying to uplift people to that next stage. It's like they get so overlooked, right? So it's like, it's like, bro, like shout out to shout out to Jeffy, man. Shout out to Jeffy. That's so cool. And I think too, like, where was I going with this? I was going somewhere. I forgot. Anything else you want to talk? I just completely forgot what I was gonna say.
No, I think that's it.
How long has it been?
And like almost an hour and 50.
No way.
Yeah.
Are you fucking serious right now?
Yeah.
Holy shit, dude, that went by so quick.
It does. It does.
Oh wow, that's dope, dude. That was fast.
Yeah, it was, man. And like, I don't know, like even okay. When I'm making music, it feels like we're just locked in, you know.
Yeah.
And like with this conversation, we were fucking just locked in for almost 2 hours.
Bro, that did not even feel like that. Felt
Yeah.
like 30 minutes at most, bro.
Shit.
Holy shit. All right, well, before you close this out, Brandon, I just want to say this is like my thing. I took inspiration from Nori. Nori. He has like the Drink Champs podcast.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
Talks to like
yeah.
a lot of famous people.
Yeah.
And I'm kind of applying this to my real life. So me, as a person, I want to give you your flowers and tell you that I appreciate you bringing me on the show. I hope that everything that you're working on right now creatively blows the fuck up. I know it will. As a person, I just want to say thanks for inspiring me, giving me that positivity and that energy to keep going. Even on days when I feel like I can't, bro. Like, you'll like be like, whether it's a comment, a like, a DM, I just appreciate that shit, bro. For real.
Damn, bro. Well, I fucking I appreciate you too, man. What you're doing as well with spreading positivity, you know, with Kremlin.
Thanks, bro.
And I hope all your goals are accomplished as well. Being on Disney, bro.
It's gonna
sure.
happen. It's gonna
I
happen.
know it's gonna happen.
Just gotta be ready for the day it happens.
Yes, sir.
It's gonna happen, bro. I promise. I promise I'm gonna be on Disney Channel in 5. I won't.
Hey,
But
speak to
Kremlin
your
will
future
be.
self real quick.
Mark Nunez, in 5 to 6 years, you will have a contract with Disney, and it's going to be a great contract, and you're going to have a great relationship with these people. And Kremlin the Frog is going to be coming on like weekly morning cartoons, right? And we're going to inspire a generation, and we're going to be on top of the world mentally, physically, whatever metaversally thing, everything, bro. It's going to happen. All right. Shout out to Branden, man. This is like the dopest thing that I've ever done. Like, and like, wow, this is really cool. Shout out to Angel. Shout out to my mom. Shout out to my girl. Shout out to, damn, bro. Shout out to everybody that just supports me. I love everybody, all that shit. I don't know. You guys are awesome.
Where can people find Kremlin?
Kremlin the Frog. So I have a Twitter that only has like 3 followers. If you guys want to follow that, it's Real Kremlin Frog on Twitter. And then on Instagram, it's Kremlin the Frog. That's it. Kremlin the Frog. KremlinTheFrog. Kremlin the Frog.
And then Insta too, right?
Yeah,
Insta.
that's Insta. Did I say that? I say IG?
I think you said Twitter.
Oh, well, Instagram is just Kremlin the Frog.
For sure.
Cool.
All right, bro. Appreciate you, man.
How do we close this out? Can we do something cool? Can I just like...
Just fucking spit acapella.
All right. Can't do it. Can't do it. Can't do it.
All right, let's go off. Hey, yo, I got the lotion.
I got the lotion, moving slow motion, hit it so wet and it feel like an ocean. Emotions running down my face. The way Branden talking at the other side of the place. Spray you with some mace, spicy, wice it, chice it, lice it. All right, bro, that was lit.
All right, peace out, y'all.
Later.